Thanks for watching Mid-Morning this Monday. Do you tend to move quickly through life, or do you take your time?
Well, a new article in Forbes looks at the difference between hares and tortoises when it comes to work and life. Shayla, maybe we should start with kind of talking about, I think people generally know the difference, right? The hare is you're kind of racing through everything. Are you more of a hare or a tortoise?
I think I am a hare, but with tortoise tendencies.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Is that a fair?
I think that's perfect because I think the same thing too.
So I can spend time by myself. I enjoy alone time. You can craft by yourself and all of that. But then I also like the faster pace when it comes to work and getting things done. So yeah. What about you, Heather?
I think I'm the same way, same exact way. And I think a lot of us are kind of like that. And I think especially as women, we tend to be like, you're trying to just get everything done. So then you have, hopefully some time left over to have that more tortoise-like tendencies there. But it's interesting, like they went through and they asked people, how do you define yourself? And tortoises tend to be more introverted. Apparently they like baking and knitting more. And here's the interesting thing. They are better, they say, about adjusting to pandemic life than if you were someone that was always go.
I mean, I think that makes sense, right? I mean, I am definitely not a tortoise, I would say.
Really?
Yes, you're shocked to hear that. Right, so adjusting to pandemic and going from, I was going from having things to do probably 6 out of 7 nights a week to months on end with nothing on the calendar, and I struggle with that a little bit. The way they, and I guess we should connect this to the career thing, where they say the fast pace, look, this this survey is, whatever, they don't know, right? What they're saying is if you're fast-paced, you're going to make more mistakes. You might have more stress at work. I would say, generally speaking, I don't know that lines up with what I'm seeing in the real world.
I agree.
Right? So in the real world, who are the people who have the most success at work? Are they the tortoises? No.
Not necessarily.
No, generally not. Maybe it should be the other way around. I'm not saying that. I think a lot of times, Shayla, perhaps bosses end up hiring and promoting people who are like them. So you have this culture that perpetuates, right? But you don't see a bunch of tortoises kind of in leadership positions generally.
Well, typically a company has a method that or amount of work that they want to get done, and you can't always do it at your own pace, or you might lose your job.
Some of these questions, you guys answer these. True, sometimes true or never true. My life is overscheduled, inflexible, and rushed.
Right. And so I put sometimes in there. I was really like in the sometimes category. I think it's right where Shayla was falling too. It's like
it bothers me when I'm not in control.
Right.
Shayla, true or not true?
I think sometimes, but it's more like when you have a lot of things to do and you feel like you lack order. So maybe that kind of control.
Yeah. I put myself under a lot of self-imposed pressure to meet deadlines.
Yeah. Well, I think all three of us will do that
Absolutely.
too. That they say just slow down. Be willing to ask for help.
All right.
Breathe.
Yeah, sure.
Don't give in to that little voice that's telling you to go.
Right. Yeah. Take time for yourself.
Good advice.
Recharge.
Right. I think you two are very good at reading my mind as to how I feel about some of that stuff in that last story, right?
There's some new research that looked at how well people can actually understand what someone is thinking. They call this mentalizing. So it's like picking up on subtle clues. Are you joking? Are you lying? What is your face telling me that maybe your words aren't telling me there? And they say that women are better at it than men are.
Shayla, is this true?
Sure. I would say in my household, I can tell if my husband is not saying anything or that I should be asking him about something that maybe he's not saying as much about. And I think, with the people that are closest to you, you eventually kind of learn their mannerisms and their ways enough to know when to ask a question.
Yeah.
Riley, defend
Well,
men.
I feel like if
men.
you don't know that by now, quarantine has probably put you in that place.
Yeah, right.
When you're in the house with with either your roommate, spouse, or whoever you're living with. You probably know them a little bit better now by the look of their facial expressions or whatever. I would say I'm pretty good at reading, facial expressions to see like how you're feeling. I wouldn't say I'm the best at it, but I mean,
women are better than you, or are you think
sure?
so?
So part of it too is listening and looking and not just waiting to say the next thing that you're saying. Part of it is empathizing with somebody. There's a difference between
empathizing is different, right?
Right, the empathizing is different.
I thought that was fascinating.
Right, in that you can feel being what it's like to be in their position rather than sort of understanding what it's like to be in their position. But there is an importance to understanding things from other people's point of view. And if you can't do that, it's really hard to kind of see where they're coming from.
Right. I think that's a really good point in that. I will say in the past, I have kind of rushed through it and thought like, okay, this is what I'm thinking, how I feel. And as putting more things in perspective as I've gotten older too, it's like, okay, I need to put myself into their perspective and think about how they're feeling and then reflect on that more.
Right, yeah. Shayla, how do you do that?
I think sometimes even when I understand someone else's perspective or point of view, if I feel that they're not open to the conversation, then I don't stress myself out trying to force the point because you don't always feel like you're being heard. So I think that there are different ways to look at it, and yeah, I can see that.
Shayla, good stuff. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you on the news at noon today.